Okay, guys, it's about that time. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Shanae Space. It's your girl Shanae. And I'm here with my second video of the season. Honestly, today is December 26th. Actually, sorry. Hi.
Be strong.
It is December 26th, so Merry Christmas if you celebrate that. I hope yours was good. Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate that. Hope that was good. Happy Kwanzaa. I don't know when that is, but if you celebrate that, hope that's great. If you celebrate none, I hope your life is going well. Either way, we're getting to that time of the year where it's time to begin to reflect. So what do you even call these? Like episodes? I really called it an episode last time, and I was like, why did I call it an episode? This is a channel, but it has episodes, right? Doesn't matter. It does not matter. Point is, last time, last video you saw, I was talking about just to leave in the comments what you think this new chapter of your life is gonna be. But before we get into the new chapter, before we start spilling all the stuff we want to say about next year, let's talk about this one. Let's talk about this year. What has this year, at least what can I talk about that this year has brought to me? Well, this year was actually trials and tribulations for real, but to be honest, this was probably one of my best years in my life thus far, which is actually great. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Yo, I would have never, I wish past me could just look me in my face and hear me say that, because girl, she never thought she was finna get out. She never thought she was finna make it. I remember being so grateful so many times this year. I was feeling so grateful and in the moment, oh, thank God I finally made it here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the universe is so good to me. I felt that so much this year, and I feel so blessed to feel that way. I am very grateful for that. I'm super grateful. So yeah, this year was probably one of the best years of my life, and it's not because anything incredible happened, but it's because my last years have been so fucking, I don't know if we can curse on YouTube, but I'm gonna figure that out. Either way, it has been, my other years have been so bad. And it's damn, how much more do I have to take? And we're gonna get into all of that. Trust and believe. There's no way to go around that stuff. But let's start with this year. This year was really good. When I came back from my study abroad program, the first film that I watched was Encanto. Now, one thing about me, I love kids movies, kids shows. I love kids books. My favorite book is All the Places You Go by Dr. Seuss. I really do not think that's a kid's book, for real. To be very honest, that's very much a that is telling the life story in the form of a child's book. It really hits your heartstrings. Okay, the first time I read it, it was my stepmom's book. They had given it to her when she came from Israel, and she came to live with us and stuff in America, whatever. And they gave her that book, and then I read that book for the first time in high school. I cried my eyeballs out. I was like, damn, this is really a hard hitter. This is hitting home right now. I feel this entire book. So whatever, it's my favorite book. Not the point. The point is that I love kids stuff. So they really speak to my heart. They take me right back to when I'm a little baby. And I was watching Encanto, and at first I was like, why am I watching this movie? Let's see if it's living up to the hype, you know what I'm saying? But I really do love Lin-Manuel Miranda. I love his stuff. I love his music, you know what I'm saying? I love him doing his little, his Hamilton, his In the Heights, his what was that other one? Vivo? He made another little movie with music and stuff. So he's really good at what he do. I really respect him. So I'm like, let's see what this is all about. Watch it, cry my freaking eyeballs out. And it was in that moment that I'm crying my eyeballs out as I'm watching it. The only reason I say, this was the first movie I watched after, making a movie in Prague. You know what I'm saying? After seeing the whole process that it takes to make a movie, and our movies didn't even come out as they were supposed to come out, okay? We spent time on the script. We spent time, building the sets. We spent time, like all this time, you know, making sure the camera angles were right, making sure our actors had this and that. We did so much work to make the movie, and when we watched the movie back, we're like, and we're in the editing room and we're like, like, this is not the same movie that we just spent mad time, like. So it's like all that stuff is in my mind. I'm thinking about all the stuff that I now know about what has to go into the process. And we did so much work and we felt so exhausted by the end of it, you know, and like we're really proud of it, of course, but it didn't come out the way we expected or the way that we wanted it to. So now we're watching, like, you know, in general, like us as people, we watch movies all the time, we intake all this content and stuff, and it's just like, it came, usually the good ones come out as they're meant to come out. And it's like, that takes even more work. So I had like this newfound, like, I just had so much respect already for the film itself. And like, I know it's an animated film, but even more so, it's like there's so many extra steps that have to go into it. And I was just so like, I was just like, wow, like I was moved by that. I watched the whole thing through. Like I watched all the way through all the end credits. I was like, wow, this is incredible. The point is, in that moment, I was telling myself, like, as I was crying, I was there by myself, but I was just like, you know what? It feels good to cry when I want to cry. It feels really, really good to allow myself to release and like have my tears as I want to have them. Like, I remember being, I'm from New York, so I remember being like in New York, whatever, whenever I was taking the train, like in high school, like trying to get on the way. And if you're from New York, we've all had one of those times where we've been crying on the train, you know what I'm saying? Whether we're trying to hide or not, like we can't get away from crying. Like, it's just like, damn, like why am I so sad right now? But it is what it is. So yeah, I've cried a few times on the train, okay? I've cried in a lot of places. But usually we feel shame. We feel shame about it, and like, you know, like we don't really want to be seen or whatever. But I was telling myself, I was like, really, it was in January pretty much. I was like, you know what? It feels good to cry how I want to cry and to fully let this out. Like, who am I hiding this from? Like, it don't even matter. Like, and yes, I was by myself at that moment, but I definitely took this throughout the entire year pretty much. Like, and when I didn't, I really felt it. So I told myself, like, you know what? Every time that I want to cry and I feel so much that I need to cry, or even if I'm feeling a little bit and I want to drop a tear, you know, whatever, I'm finna cry. I'm finna allow myself to cry. So that's what that's January, okay? Like, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna feel my feelings as they come, because I deserve that. And I very much do, and so do you, okay? So February, I have no idea what happened. I know, like, I thought I was gonna have a Valentine, wrong. But didn't get the little Valentine. It was cute or whatever. It was fine. I was messing with my ex. Not the one from the summer, obviously. But I was messing with my toxic ex. I was like, and I also am gonna end up talking about that, about how like toxic relationships can change you as a person too, because it's like, you know, we love labeling other people as toxic and whatnot. Like, she labeled me as toxic, I labeled her as toxic, but at the end of the day, the relationship was toxic and we were both toxic. Like, it's not oh, like she was the issue. She was the issue in a lot of cases, but I was accepting it, you know what I'm saying? I was accepting it and I was giving it back. So it's like, there's really no one person to blame. Like, and let's be mature, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be so for real. Like, if you want to move on from your problems, you're gonna have to look at yourself. Anyway, now we're here to talk about March comes around, my birthday month. So I decided that I wanted to go with my best friend from New York City. She has a nail business, you know. I want to plug her. Okay, we haven't been talking as much recently, and honestly, I don't know if we're really best friends anymore. And if she sees this video, she's probably, honestly, I feel like she's gonna feel the same. I'm not gonna lie. But we can text whenever we want, and I still love you, girl. So either way, yeah, she and I go ahead to Colorado, and I really want to go to Colorado only because I have one friend who I had met in Prague who's mad cool. She went to school out there. She was going to school out there, and I was like, I could visit her. But also because she had told me about this cool thing called Meow Wolf. I've been calling it Meow Wolf. It's Meow Wolf. Y'all probably seen it on TikTok and stuff, but it's basically like, it's really, really, really trippy. Really dope. It's kind of like an interactive sort of museum, but it's really like, I really don't know how to explain this to you. I'm so sorry, but it's like a interactive, like, sort of museum / art installation, but way better. It just takes you to a whole nother world, and it gives you a certain premise. At least the one that I was in, There's three. There's one in Las Vegas. The premise of that is a grocery store. That's probably the one y'all, if you know, if you've seen anything, you probably heard about that one. Then there's another one that's, I think, in Santa Fe. That one is the premise of it is like a house. I really want to go to that because that sounds great. And then there's the other one that's in Colorado. There could be four. I feel like there's three. Who knows? But the one that's in Colorado, the premise for that one is like kind of like a train station. I feel like it's not exactly a train station really, but it's like kind of a junction. Like, you know, like a junction. It's called, the main part is called C Street. So it's like, I guess, a certain avenue type of thing, like a certain street. Like that's where everybody kind of meet up, whatever. But like as you walk through certain corridors or you walk through certain like rooms, like you're taken to a whole new space, and it's, the place is huge. They say you could get it through it in 2 hours. It's a lie. You be there all day for real. And they got kids running around there. It's crazy, but it's really, 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 really cool. So anyway, I go out there with my friend. Me, drugs. Her, not so much. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It was so trippy. There's no way you should go without that. But you can go and do whatever you want to do. You know, if you're sober, live that life. Either way, I went. I did what I wanted to do, and I had a great ass time. I loved it, and I loved Colorado. Like, we went to this nice ass B&B. I have never wrote the review for it. I really, 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 really need to. Really should. It's literally December, but I need to write the review for that. What I really wish is that you could just talk reviews. Like, if you could just, this is, I don't care who takes the idea, somebody make it happen, because I've been saying this, like, I do not want to fill out a survey. I do not want to type out how I feel about a place. Introduce voice notes for reviews. I will listen to somebody talk about, oh, okay, the food was mad bad, or blah blah blah. Like, I will listen to somebody talk about it. Like, I like hearing people talk about it. I don't really want to make a video. I could make a video about it, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's quick and easy. If you want people to, you want me to do a little Yelp, make voice notes for Yelp, bro. I promise you, you could put a little limit on it. I'll just tell you, this was cool, that was cool. You know, go or don't go. I'm telling you, this is a money making idea. Please, somebody take it. Anyway, I just want life to be a little easier. But any whistles, we're getting back to the point, and the point is, it was great. I loved Colorado. The food was amazing out there. It was so cheap out there compared to New York City. Bro, when you compare anything to New York City, you're like, wow, I am literally a millionaire. Like, I feel so rich. But anyway, food was chef's kiss. It was, I think it's, I don't know, they had bomb ass Mexican food too. Like, I dressed up, I felt cute, I drank. It was my 21st birthday. Yeah, the people out there were real nice and stuff. Like, I had a really good time. And I was with my friend, and she meets a lot of people all the time. She's an international student. She meets mad people all the time. Like, she's just open to people, and like being around her, meeting new people, like, I love that too. So that was really cool. And then like when my best friend had dipped because she had a flight that was earlier than mine. Like, she went to the flight, and then I decided I wanted to go to the botanical gardens out there. Oh, best decision ever. And that was the first time that I had, since I was like super little at my granny's house, super little, like, not super, maybe 6, but that was the first time since then that I had walked barefoot in grass. I was so nervous to do it, and I'm telling you, after I did that, I've been doing it constantly, non-stop since then. Like, it's good. I love the earth. I've become such a tree hugger. Like, it's so crazy. I used to hate bugs and stuff. Now a bug crawls on me, I'm like, hi baby. Like, I'm a different girl. So anyway, that was March. I think also right before my birthday, I stopped messing with my toxic ex, because she did some toxic, like, something else. And it was just like, I really told myself right before the whole trip and stuff, I was like, you know what, I'm done messing with this shorty. Like, I don't even like her. Like, we all know I don't like her. Like, why am I playing myself? Why am I playing myself? Like, she did exactly what she was gonna do, because that's what she always does. Like, I cannot be mad at her for something that she does. Like, that's her. Like, that's her, at least to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who she is to anybody else, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I? At some point, you really have to look at yourself. Like, they're doing the same thing that they've always done. Why do I expect them to change? Message. But anyway, yeah. So I stopped messing with her, and I was like, honestly, I'm never gonna feel this pain again. Like, cause what she did really hurt me. But I was like, I'm never finna feel this pain again. Like, I'm never finna do this no more. Like, that's it. Like, I'm really, 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 really done. Like, I finally learned the lesson. I'm done with it. I'm done. 2 years gone. So that was that. I came back from my little trip. That was great. My granny had died earlier this year. I think she died like, actually, I think she died before my birthday or something. I don't really remember, but I know she died. She probably died in March because we had the funeral in April. We had the funeral in April, and yeah. Anything else happened in April? Not too much. I'm kind of just chilling it out. I'm kind of feeling good. Like, also during this year, I think maybe in February too, like, I had met this friend, like, who really became a close friend to me, like, really, 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 like, almost immediately. And she was incredible. She was really cool. I really loved her. I still care about her, but, like, we're not friends anymore. But she was mad cool, okay? Like, she introduced me to more drugs, but she was mad cool, and we had, like, a lot of cool close time together, like, and she just really redefined what friendship, like, can look like for me, and, like, how intimate it can be, like, emotionally. I didn't know I could feel that. Like, I used to have this one best friend back in high school who, like, I feel like she was just the mom I needed, you know what I'm saying? But there was a hierarchy there. Like, I didn't understand why she was my friend. I understand why I loved her, but I didn't understand why she cared about me. This friend right here, I felt like we was on an equal playing field. We both had things to learn, things to grow from, you know what I'm saying? But we could have a nice little dialogue about it, and that's what I really appreciated about her. And I appreciated how close I felt to her and how close I could feel to her. Like, I loved her so much. So it was a beautiful thing. I felt like I was in love with her, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt in love with her, but, like, you know, like, it wasn't like I didn't want to touch her. You know, like, I wanted to hug her and stuff, but I didn't want to, like, you know, I don't want to do any adult things with her. So it was just whatever. But yeah, I really appreciated her a lot, and whatever. So she's one of the people I pick up along the year. And after that, May comes about. I meet her sister. Which was an issue, but whatever. I meet her sister, and that's the girl that I fell in love with for the summer. Cool, great. And she was a godsend as well. Like, I was like, damn, both the sisters are incredible. Like, that's so crazy. But yeah, of course they had their flaws, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, so this other sister, like, I get into a relationship with her basically, and she kind of is just, at first at least, but she's like kind of just reminding me what love can be like, or what, like, it is to like somebody and be excited about somebody again, because I had been messing with my ex for so long. Like, I forgot about that feeling, and I didn't feel like it could happen again. Like, and also I was like, like, you know, like, what am I even looking for real? Like, I wasn't on my A game anymore. So I met this girl, and I was like, wow, like, she's dope, she's incredible, like, I like her, you know. I'm trying to vet her out, see if I really like her, see if she's really cool, you know what I'm saying? She was amazing. She was amazing. She was real cool, to be honest, like, for real. And yeah. So I got to just be reminded of how cool I am, you know. I got to be reminded of that, and I got to be reminded that just how much I was putting up with in my last relationship, and how bad that was for me, and how that was not anything that I wanted. So that was good. And then when we had broken up, which is later on, I feel like I guess we have to get through these rest of these months too. So April, May, June, July, I'm still with the girl. And June, July-ish, August, you know, I get to Bali. I'm out I told you, I was zen. Like, I was meditating. I'm in the grass. I'm in the field. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. Feeling great. Finished my classes up. You know what I'm saying? Get to Bali, travel. Felt good about that. It's just a good time. It's a good life I'm living. I'm getting messages from the universe. Like, I'm really in my spiritual, like, wow, I'm feeling so kissed by God right now. Like, I'm feeling so, like, the universe loves me. I'm a vessel. I'm sending messages. I'm giving messages. I'm blessing the people. Jesus very much. But anyway, so I'm feeling really good. And yeah, life is great. Life is so great. And that's when I started to feel really amazingly grateful. And I was like, wow, like, I'm really able to do, like, all the things I want to do, and this is how I want to live my life. Then I told you guys, remember, I go to Australia and I withdraw from the program because it was horrible and I was the exact opposite of how I felt during the summer. So that's in August. That's August kind of, and like now my relationship with this girl is getting rocky and stuff, just because like she just didn't know herself as much as I knew myself. Like, you know, like she, or at least like she knew herself, but she just wasn't, she wasn't caring for herself on the levels that I was caring for myself. Like she wasn't able to give all that she wanted to give because she wasn't giving enough to herself. We kind of knew this from the jump, but I was heavily ignoring it. She was riding along with me. Yeah, you know, didn't work out, and that's okay. So whatever. Basically September comes, I'm in Australia, hating it, hating life. Ugh. And I'm like, you know what, if I leave Australia, because I didn't believe it was a real thing. Like my ex's sister, she was like, bro, be for real, like this is not you. Like you're not a depressed ass girl no more. Like that's not who you are no more. Like why are you even trying to be there? Like why are you trying to act like this is what you gotta do no more? Like that's not who you are. Come back. And I was like, you know what, and this is after like 3-4 people, even my therapist, told me come back. And I was like, no, you know, I didn't think it was a real option. I really felt like a failure. I told y'all that. So whatever, she's like, bro, come back. I'm like, you know what, you're right. So I take her advice, I come back. But right before I come back, I tell myself, you know what, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna make sure that I don't feel like a failure when I get back. I'm gonna do things I really want to do, whatever. I told you that. So I come back with a new fire inside me, a new drive. I'm still type depressed, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And but I'm trying to get through it, you know what I'm saying. Like, and in Australia, like right before I left, actually, me and my, sorry, I keep pointing over here because I'm about to show y'all this thing that I made, but not yet. Yeah, so basically me and my ex, we kind of, she ghosts me. Like, just to be so for real, she ghosts me. She just is a terrible communicator. So yeah, but it was after I had explained, like, I think like I just finally was addressing the thing, the elephant in the room. It was just like, I think it was just basically like I just didn't feel like I was being fully seen in the relationship the way that I could see her and like accept her and love her. Like, but the thing is, I'm able to do that because I've spent enough time with myself. I spent enough time with myself and I've made room for myself and I've done that. And it was like in this relationship, it feels like there's not room for all of me, but it's because she also, like, she hadn't done all the work that I had done. Like, I'm sure she will, and I'm sure she can, and I knew she could, but it's just like she hadn't yet, you know what I'm saying? And so she had to get through her own barriers, and I couldn't speed up that process. Yeah, that's just the real tea. So she whatever, like I finally addressed the fact that like there's just not enough room for me in a relationship. Like I really want to but I really wanted her to, like, you know, I wanted her to speed up. I wanted her to speed up. I wanted her to be able to whatever, like to help me out or whatever, but instead she ghosted me. So there was that. But that wasn't the end of it. I still had hope and stuff, you know, like I'm kind of a hopeless romantic, but I really had hope, and like it was just so good. I was like, why not? You know, like why can't we just work this out? Let me just give her time to figure out what she needs to figure out. Whatever. In the meantime, I'm back and I'm chilling with her sister and stuff. I'm still chilling and all this stuff. But then like slowly that relationship also dies off. And honestly, I have no, like, I don't know why. I don't know why. There's parts of me that could know why, but honestly, you know, at the end of the day, she also decided to be a bad communicator. But it's like, you know, what can I do? What can I do about that? I love the both of them dearly. I think they're great people. It's just they're not in my life anymore, and that's really how life goes. But they all left within like the same week. Like, that was crazy. So we're speeding up, but basically September I decided to get into my classes and stuff like that. I'm still cool with these people. Not her, not my ex, you know, whatever, but I still am thinking fondly of her. October comes, you know, I'm in my classes. I'm loving my classes. My classes are great, you know what I'm saying? I go ahead and I'm like, what else can I do this year that's really gonna put me first? Like, what are some things that I really want to do to really, because I'm like watching my spiritual TikTok, and my spiritual TikTok is telling me like, oh, you know, like, why do people try to make plans for 2023, you know what I'm saying, and then start tomorrow, start today? So I'm like, you know what, I am gonna start today. I felt really powered. So I'm like, let me start today, and I start writing down my goals and like things that I really want to do, because I had been feeling like when I was a child, I used to have so many dreams. I had so many dreams. I had so many goals. I had so many, like, I had so much, and it had brought me to this point. But then I started to feel like, where do I go now? Like, it's not that I don't have dreams and goals still. It's just like I couldn't feel the fire inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't feel the passion, the burning desire to bring me somewhere. When I was a kid, I knew it didn't matter, bro. Wherever I was headed, I was going. You know what I'm saying? But recently, I've just been feeling like, where am I going? And like, am I going? Am I going anywhere? Not am I going anywhere, because I know I'm going to get somewhere. But it's just like, I didn't have the passion and the drive to run towards something. And I was like, I want to feel that again. So I was like, let's write down some goals. So I wrote down some goals and stuff like that. I wrote some new affirmations. As you guys can see, I affirm myself like every morning, every day, and I have so many affirmations. Like, I've only collected more affirmations. So like since October, I'm like writing down even more affirmations. I have my board. I have 2 things in my notebook. I have like another one that I only do on Sundays because the process is so long. Like, I greet myself in the morning. Like, I could take y'all through my whole self-care routine. Like, and it's a daily practice. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take you through that another time. Anyway, these processes are getting longer. Okay. I'm meeting new friends. I'm making new friends. I'm still friends with them. That's cool. I'm just experiencing like a few new things. I go to a So Far Sounds show for the first time with my other friend who's a musician. He's really cool. His name's Elijah. And yeah, like, life is pretty good. Life is pretty good still. Amidst all this stuff kind of like teetering, I'm like, life is good. Life is good. October, I decide that I'm gonna, outside of like, I write down my goals and I decide I'm gonna go ahead and try to do some more creative projects. I'm gonna try and take myself very, very seriously. And so I'm like, you know what? I really love to paint. Let me just do a big painting. You know what I'm saying? Because I had this vision from a dream that I'm like, you know, and this is all over my TikTok. So if you haven't seen it yet, trust and believe you're finna see it. I'll plug that. But I decided I'm gonna make a painting, and I go and get the canvas from Michael's. It's 70% off that day. God send, because I got a really huge canvas. But I will not be showing you guys that one because I'm gonna start it and finish it at some point, and it's gonna be incredible how big it is. And y'all gonna be like, oh my god, what? But this is basically the painting. I keep pointing at it. Y'all cannot see it yet. I promise I'm gonna show y'all. But I decided I'm gonna do a painting based on the vision I had in my dream. I draw it out, you know, I get the canvas. The canvas is big. Bigger than I've ever worked with before. But it's not huge, but it's big. It's like half of me. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's what I'm gonna work on. And like, the painting is of my ex-girlfriend. Like, it's like different faces of her. And one, I'm still having hope for the relationship. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the painting afterwards. But even if I have hope for the relationship, but also I'm like, I have hope for something, or like a friendship or something. I don't know what I have hope for. I have no clue. I don't have hope for that anymore. I don't really care. But I had hope for something. And like, I still loved her deeply. And stuff like that. But that's not the reason I made it, you know. Like, I made it because that was the vision I had. And then on top of that, I was just like, you know, I'm putting love into it now. So as I'm creating it, so I go ahead. I'm still doing school, you know. I'm singing. Like, I had been wanting to sing since like last year, years before. I had always wanted to sing, for real. I was like, you know what, and this is what we all say when we think we can't sing. We're like, oh my god, if I could sing, I would never stop singing. I would never stop singing. But the tea is, now that I know that I can sing, it's like, like, I would love to sing and I like singing, but it's just like, actually, I think there's a freedom to it when you don't feel like you're good at it. You know what I'm saying? Because you really don't care how you sound, but it's like, and it's also, I don't know, you're like, I feel like that's something there, like the process, even the process in making this painting. Let me just show you the painting so I can get it out the way and I can finish talking. But anyway, this is the painting. I hope y'all can see it well. I'm pretty sure you can see it well from here. So this is the painting. I hope it's kind of in focus. I don't really know. hope you can see it. Whatever. These are her faces. This is her. I think I did an amazing job, for real. I know I did an amazing job. Let's be so for real. But yeah, just wanted to check how much time I have left. We're so good. So yeah, it's just my camera does it in 20-minute intervals. I don't know if any of you have this camera. It's a Nikon D3400. My mom got it for me for Christmas, sophomore year of high school. Clutch. But yeah, so basically that's that. I made this dope ass painting during this whole time. Like I'm doing like school and all that, and like I'm doing singing lessons and stuff, and I loved I just wanted to learn how to sing and stuff. But the point is, during the process of like kind of, I don't know, there's this song I listen to, like a spiritual playlist, right? Like every morning, every time I shower, or not every single time, but like, you know, when I need me a little pick me up. But a lot of times I listen to it. At least that's the first few songs I listen to. Like I have a lot on my playlist. And so one of the songs is like "The Joy Is in the Work," and like I really didn't get it until I finished this painting. You know what I'm saying? Like I finished this painting, I finished making the TikToks, I finished making the content around it, and I'm just like, I was fiending to finish this painting. Fiending. Okay, I finished it like December 22nd. It's December 26th. Okay, like I just finished this painting. And now there's nothing else to do to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sprayed down, it's done. And it's cool. Like I have evidence that I put love and like time and effort and energy into something, but that's it. You know, like that's it. And it's not like, I think we just don't give the process and like the journey enough credit. Like yes, it can be tumultuous, it can be annoying, it can be beautiful, it can be so many things, like, but at the end of the day, that's really where the meat is. Like that is the meat of it. Like it's kind of like your life, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm getting real, whatever, but it's just like life, you know what I'm saying? Like we be feeling, it's not like we're feeling to die, but we're feeling to have the thing that we really really want. But it's the stuff along the way that prepares us for that, the setbacks and stuff. Like one, that's the stuff that makes your story juicy. Okay, setbacks make your story so juicy. How you overcome them, whatever. But then also it's just like the actual process to getting to what you want. Like my ex-girlfriend, like I really really liked her a lot, you know what I'm saying? I really loved her, whatever. But it was just like, I feel like she was just, I had seen this other video that was like, you know, before the universe gives you exactly what you want, like they're gonna give you a taste of something, and then they're gonna, before, to see if you're ready for what's next. I know my next shorty is gonna be, okay, my 4-lifer. So but it's also like, even before that, it's just like, prior to my relationship with her, like I think my other relationships, I felt like damn, like when am I just gonna get what I want? You know what I'm saying? Like why can't I just have what I want? Like, and that's how I feel about, that's how I felt about a lot of things, and I think that's still how I feel sometimes, you know, like I'm trying to work on that. But it's like, why can't I just get what I want? But it's just like, there's so many things I'm learning right now, there's so many things I have to reflect on right now. Like she was incredible, especially, she was absolutely incredible, period. But she was incredible especially because of what I've gone through. So like, what of all the tough crap I went through with my other ex. Like she was a beautiful blessing. Like I was like, thank you so much. And it's like, okay, it had to end, but you know, like this is a part of the story too. Like this is nice too. Like it's nice to be able to remember somebody fondly after you break up with them, like after you're not with them no more. Like I have not ever had that. Like prior to her, I had like exes that I hated them. And that's one of the things that I wanted to also take away, like to remind myself, like she gave me an opportunity to love her even after she left. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's a beautiful thing. All my exes before that, like I had developed some, I had to hate them to let go of them. Like I had to dislike them and dislike things about them and not like how they were, and like, you know, like really not poke at them, but really like point out all their flaws before I could be like, you know, like actually I don't want this no more. But it's like with her, through this process also, the painting also helped. Like me painting her and all that stuff, like looking at her so much, like whatever, like remember all the stuff she like, how dope she was, but then also remembering like her setbacks, her flaws, and like just seeing her whole, like as a whole individual, and like how she added to my life, and like what her leaving also added to my life. Like it was just like, wow, like I'm so grateful I was able to experience a person like that. I'm so grateful that I'm going to experience more people like that. I'm so grateful to be here. Like I'm so grateful to be here, and I feel like it's just so funny. I was thinking to myself the other day, just like, actually we're not gonna talk about that. Sorry, we're gonna talk about death, but I'm not there yet. So yeah, pretty much really grateful to be able to have made that. Even more grateful to have been able to see how consistent I can be about like my art, and how I can just churn out something like that has my heart in it. Like I can do that. Like I'm good at that. Like that's, and the thing is, you know, people have tried to limit me to poetry and stuff. Like I'm really good at poetry. I know I gotta give y'all a poem. I know I gotta give y'all a poem. Hold on. Just wait. Just go check out my Instagram, bro. Go check out my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I know I'm good at that, and I've been good at that for a while. And I know I'm good at writing. I've been good at that for a while. And I know I'm good at, like, I'm good at art. I'm pretty well rounded. I'm pretty good at all the things I do. But either way, it's just like, I don't even know where I was going. Like, I did not mean to just brag. Like I did not mean to do that. I just I was going somewhere, I promise. I only had hash browns today for food, like for real. Like I'm lying, I had a donut too, and I might have had like a few other donuts, but that doesn't matter. That's not the point. That's not what we're talking about. What I am gonna say is that I don't know where I was going, bro, and I'm not about to rewind the tape to find out, but if it comes back, I promise I will tell you. Either way, hallelujah for her, praise whoever. I don't really know what y'all believe in. I just believe in the universe. That's really it. So yeah. I'm really proud of it. I'm just proud that I know that I can be consistent about my art, and I can put my heart into something. That's where we're going. And that yeah. And I'm so proud of myself. Also, I was just talking to my therapist, but I literally just had therapy today. I just got back to my dorm, like, because I had like, Christmas was yesterday. I was with my little brother and stuff, but just got back to my dorm, and I had therapy right after. And we was talking about how I'm just really proud of myself. Like I was reflecting. That's why I came and was like, you know what, let me make this video. But yeah, like why does it keep leaving? I just am so proud that I was able to, like, finally, I had been wanting to sing for years, and I finally decided, wow, we're circling back, all the way back. Joy's in the work process. But I have been wanting to sing, and I finally decided this semester. I tried it over the summer, but it was going to cost me money, and I didn't have that much money to be using. $50 for a lesson? Are you kidding me? So for I think it was an hour lesson? For an hour lesson at that. I'm like, $50? Is there magic in what you're teaching me? But anyway, so I got to do it for free for this semester. I got a little scholarship, whatever. And I have been singing since, like, okay, so I'm like practicing singing, whatever. My lessons started in like end of September. By December, maybe, yeah, early December, I had a recital, and I was like proud, and I was inviting people. Like I was proud to try. I was proud to, probably 2 weeks before that, I was like, damn, like I can actually sing. Like I believed it, you know what I'm saying? And I was so proud of myself in that moment. I was like, like, this is what I've been wanting. Like, you know, obviously I'm not the most amazing singer. Like I have to keep practicing. Like I have to, you know, it's a muscle, whatever. Like the more you work on it, the better you get. But it's just like, I'm so proud of myself, like, because I've just been learning. Like I've been showing myself that, and since Australia, I've been showing myself that I can determine what the hell I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna put my mind to something, I'm gonna get it done. And the thing is, I always knew about myself, like, I cannot put my everything into something I do not understand, do not give a flipping flip about, okay? But I also learned this year, like, not just time management, I'm learning, but I learned more about, like, being able to make sense of your life. Like, a lot of the time we can't go to our 9 to 5 because it don't make no sense. We hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and personally, to me, like, I don't really me and money, like, I just, this world is run off of money and greed and fear and all this mess. Like, that's not for me. For, like, obviously I want to, like, I'm living an abundant life. Like, that's the point. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to bless others. I want to be able to bless myself. I want to be able to live in a stable, happy home and have a billion children. Like, that's what I want. That's my future. That's my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I'm gonna be. But it's just like, when I think about my life, like, obviously I think about the fact that I won't have to worry about money. But, you know, that means money is involved, and I just don't think about money too much. So, and mind you, I did not come from a place where it's like, oh, like, I don't have to worry about money. Like, please, I lived in the Bronx. Like, I grew up in the Bronx, and I had, like, a 2-bedroom apartment with, like, 7 people. Like, be for real. So, anyway, the point is, it just never made sense to me, though. Like, I was like, why are people wasting their whole life energy for this money stuff? And it still don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Money is not real. Like, time is not real. Like, all this stuff is not real. We're losing the point. The point is that when I was doing school and stuff, and doing my classes and doing classes I really did not care about, in all those years that I wanted to drop out, which was every single year, I just couldn't make sense of what I was doing. I was like, I came to school for this, and now that's not working out. So now I'm doing something else, and that's not working out. And now I'm doing something else, and why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? You know, like, I'm sitting here like, why am I here? Why am I spending money to be here? Why do I don't want to be here, you know? And, like, my dad's in my ear. He's like, you're almost done. You're almost done. Everybody's telling me you're almost done. But I'm like, what is the finish line for? Like, I'm not going to be proud. I'm not going to be proud of me spending all my time here for no reason. So I needed it to make sense to me. And this year I started to get it, you know? Once I started taking classes I actually care about, I was like, oh, like, even when I was taking classes, like, even when they started getting a little tedious, okay? They started getting tedious, but it was like, at the end of the day, I want to be able to take care of myself. I want to love myself. I want to love on myself. And in order to continue to love on myself the way that I enjoy, the way that I saw I was loving on myself over this summer, like the way I was worry-free, I need to be able to do my homework. Like, and as simple as that, I was like, I need to be able to put in work into getting this homework assignment finished, so that tomorrow me can wake up and feel good again. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I need to continue to see it. I just needed to be able to see it, you know? Like, a lot of the time people slave through things and they're like, I just have to pay this bill, I have to do this, I have to do that. But it's just like, I think it would be easier if it was like, obviously you need to know your why. And this is something I talked to my friend Chris about. He was really good about this. He was like, if you know your why, like, it's easier to do things, even things you don't want to do. Get that, 100%. But also, I'm just like, it's knowing your why, but also paying attention to if something is really adding to your life or fully taking away from it. And are you taking care of yourself in the meantime? You know, like, you need to make time and carve it out for yourself to care about yourself and love on yourself actively. Like, yeah, you're working this 9 to 5 and you're getting the money you need, and then you get the money, the paycheck goes straight to your bills. Now you gotta go and work again, and you don't even like your job. Where's the time for you? Okay, you work your 9 to 5. How about you just carve out some time each week? At first, each week, you know what? I really love going to the movies. I'm gonna go to the movies every week because I deserve that, and that's what my money should be used for too. Do that for yourself. Now you have something to look forward to. You know what? I'm working this job so that I can go to the movies at the end of the week. Like, for real. And then after that, you know, other time that you carve out, it don't always gotta be spending money on something else. It's just like, you know what, today I'm gonna go ahead and make myself breakfast because I have time and energy to do that, or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta you gotta care for yourself a lot more if you want to be able to get through this life, especially if you want to do money stuff. Me personally, we can knock all that stuff down. We could get rid of capitalism. I'm not with it, but at all. But, you know, in the meantime, to survive this world, care for yourself. And the more you care for yourself, I feel like the more you'll come to my side and you'll understand, like, you're like, oh, like, why are we doing this stuff? And I'll be like, We don't have to. But we're not there yet. Anyway, point is, so I'm just realizing a whole bunch of stuff about myself this year. And also, I was taking an econ class this semester, which was about like capitalism and re-envisioning like, you know, new economies for the world and all this stuff and whatever. I'm telling you, capitalism is. But either way, and we all say that, but I'm like very serious. Like I'm very serious. Like it's a joke. It's a joke. Like it's, and honestly, like it's a joke. But we can get into that in another video. Promise. So whatever. I'm realizing that anything I put my mind to, I can do. Like, and I'm doing it incredibly well, and I'm very proud of myself. Through each part, each moment, each process, I'm like, wow, like Shanae, like. And I'm taking time. And my therapist said it to me today. She was like, "You're taking the time to actually notice it too." And I'm like, I am. Like, I'm putting my mind to something. Like, I'm deciding what I want to do. I'm putting my mind to it. I'm doing the work in the meantime, believing that I'm gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? And then when I see the results come to me that I expected, I'm living in that moment too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm choosing to be present in it, and like, wow, like I made it here and I knew I could do it, and I really did it. I'm so proud of myself. And now a celebration is in order. You know what I'm saying? Like, celebrate your wins. You deserve that. And you deserve to be able to celebrate yourself during the process as well. Because, you know, like every time I was painting this painting, yo, like I'm telling you, I draw a face, I draw a few faces, and some of the faces give me some real trouble. But I draw a few faces, and then I look at it, and I'm like, yeah, you did that. You did that. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? And then I put it away for like another week, and then I come back to it. Like, allow yourself to congratulate yourself. You deserve that. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's that. I had this whole thing, but yeah, I had to write down what I was going to talk about because I knew this was going to get a little... I really thought I was going to have too much to talk about. That's the funny part. Anyway, we were going by months. So, October, November. Oh, we're almost there. So, October, November, oh my god, November was actually catastrophic. November is when I lost that friend, but she was already falling off, you know, by herself because she like chose not to speak to me and stuff, like, and chose not to like really set boundaries with me, which was the only thing we needed to do to keep that friendship alive. But honestly, I think there was just a little too much that she just wasn't ready to do, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. That's how it is sometimes. Sometimes people cannot come with you, and that's just what it is. She's going her own way and I'm going my own way. And if we get to talk sometime and get to talk about that, that would be nice, because I really did appreciate her. But either way, it really don't matter, because I'm gonna get mine. So that's that. We basically friendship breakup, and then I initiated a friendship breakup too with somebody else. And then we basically my ex-girlfriend, I guess, officially tells me that she's like not like feeling me anymore. Whatever she finally tells me, mind you, doesn't matter. We're not gonna get into this. The details don't even matter. We're not finna do it. The point is, whatever. She finally tells me whatever, unprompted. Unprompted, unprovoked. And I find out later it's just because she had a girlfriend. I'm like, why couldn't she just tell me she had a girlfriend? Like, why couldn't she? But again, people, I don't know why people don't like to communicate. I don't know. That's not, it doesn't matter. The point is, I took what I needed to take from the situation. And I chose to be a loving individual, even at the end of these relationships, which I'm so proud of myself for, because it was just like, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm not going to allow somebody to act a different way. And that's the thing. So when she told me that she was over me, whatever, I ate it. I took it off the chin. Whatever. Took it. I went back to my room, and I was so ready to like, okay, I cried this much, which was surprising because I thought I was going to cry my eyeballs out. Wrong. I cried this much, and then I was like, oh, like, I could feel myself about to revert back to like an old way of thinking. I could feel my like, I don't know, like my inner teen, like trying to be protective of like my youngest self, like from disappointment and stuff. Like, I always had to be my entire life because everything was so damn disappointing. I was just like, oh, like, here we go again. But it was just like, what are you talking about? Because a lot of stuff this year has been really good. What are we talking about? Who's here we go again? I had to examine that thought. I had to look at who was saying that to me. I'm like, no. I actually don't want to revert to this mindset. Like, life is good. Life is good. And this was one thing. Okay? This was one thing. soon it became a few things, but it was one thing in that moment. And I was like, there's no reason for me to take away all my progress just because one person decided to leave my life. Like, I was amazing before then, and I'm gonna be amazing and great after them. Like, it does not matter. Like, it's a part of life, and that's how it goes. And so I really had to pep talk myself, and I was like, you know what, you're right. Life has to get better than this, and life always does. Even if it goes down first, it's finna get better. It's finna get better. So whatever, I tell myself that. Then the next few days, a little too much has happened. I don't really want to do a little I really don't want to tell y'all guys this, but I think I'll tell you in another video. But another really horrible thing happened that week. Really horrible. And I just don't want to have to do a whole trigger warning. So something horrible happened to me that week. It wasn't the worst, but it was like 8 out of 10 bad. So whatever. That happened, and I was like, damn, like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Fine. And then after that, then the friendship breakups happened, and I'm like, oh my god, like, life is trying to beat my ass right now. Like, oh my god, she has hands. Like, she has hands. And then that week-ish was up, and things got better. Things literally got better. Like, I took every single hit on the chin, and I believed, like, I was like, you know what? And I still chose to be a good person, and I still chose to be loving. And that's one thing about me. Like, you never not finna get this. Like, this heart is what you finna get. Regardless if you did me dirty, I'm not gonna stoop down to some dirty level. Like, that's not me. I'm too clean for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, babes. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. And I'm gonna continue to be loving. And it doesn't matter what type of story you try to put out about me. At the end of the day, like, you know my body. So whatever. That was that. Yeah, so whatever, November happens, and now it's December. December, I have my recital. I'm like, you know what, I still have stuff to be proud of. I'm so grateful that I get to sing. I was really nervous on the stage, but everybody else said it was good, you know. And I was beating myself up the first night. Like, I didn't even want to hear the videos after. But then I was like, oh, like, okay, yeah, we have just some things to work on. But honestly, the more I do it, the better I'll get. Like, I know that. Duh. Okay. The last lesson I learned with my ex-girlfriend was just that we needed a friendship first. Like, and I didn't understand, like, through her sister I understood the value of friendship, and then through her, like, I saw why it might be so needed, why it was so important. And because I really did like her, and she was probably not the first, but she was one of the first people that she was one of the first girls that I had been in a relationship with that I was like, wow, like, I actually like you as a person. Like, I actually would be your friend, which is bonkers. But it's just I really did not understand how those things could be linked, and now I do, which is an amazing thing, because it's like, oh, I really definitely need my next girlfriend to be like my friend for a while first, before I can be like in a relationship with her, because I never used to feel like I could be with somebody who was my friend. I felt like I thought friendship was important, like very important, but like separate. I don't know media, but yeah, basically that. So I'm just grateful for all the lessons I took away from that relationship, honestly, and I'm definitely ready to honestly, am I ready? Yes, I think I'm ready to be in a relationship with some other girl, but it's just like they really have to be incredible, you know what I'm saying? And I know the universe cooking something up for me, so it is what it is. But also, the universe has been giving me a lot of people who read Bibles on TikTok, and they keep telling me stuff like, I don't know, the quote that I don't even know what the quote really is, but the point is, faith without work is dead, something like that. The point is, I definitely learned this year that asking you shall receive, but you need to ask, and in the meantime, work towards it. Believe that it's already yours, because it is. You know, that's why the universe gives you glimpses of all the stuff that you believe in and whatever, or you believe in for, you really want. Like, this, the only reason it's in your heart, the only reason you can believe it and imagine it and whatever is because it's yours and because it's meant for you and because it's like meant to happen. The good stuff, obviously. So it's just like, you know, work towards it, move towards it, act like it's yours for real. Not act like it's yours and like be a clown, but it's like act like it's yours, move towards it. You know, like if you say you want to be something, like if you want to be a famous photographer, you know, start taking pictures, bro. Like, start taking pictures. Don't wait until you have a dope camera. Start taking pictures on your cellular device, you know, cellular. Start taking pictures on your phone and start posting it on Instagram. Make your little page, you know what I'm saying, and do that. And then when you're like, okay, you know what, I'm really liking this, you know what I'm saying, like maybe I'll save it for a camera, or maybe you'll be gifted a camera, you know what I'm saying. Like, don't let nothing limit you from what you really want and what you really desire. Like, work towards it, believe in yourself, and the universe is gonna see that you're working towards it, and it's like, yeah, she wants this, let me give this to her. So that's really what I learned this year, for real. And to really just pay attention to what you're putting energy into that is not those things, because the more you put energy into things that you do not believe in, the things you do not want, like a bump ass job, once you keep putting energy into it like that, you're just gonna keep attracting stuff like that, or like people like that, or whatever it is, you know, like more situations like that. That's why it's like, you keep putting your energy into a bum shorty or a bad relationship that's not centering you, then that's all you're gonna get. Like, that's what you're gonna have, relationships like that, or you're gonna continue to just be met with situations that don't value you appropriately, because you're not valuing yourself. Whatever. Last thing, money. I started working a new job. I'm working full-time for the first time in my life. Never done that. But I'm excited, and I'm choosing to work this job. I really don't get hired for like retail stuff, so the fact that I even got hired for this job is crazy. But I know it's like on purpose, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna work this job, and I'm choosing to work this job and be present in it, and choose not to do it for the money, right? Obviously I'm gonna get paid, I better get paid, but it's just like, I'm not doing it for the cash, because at the end of the day, I don't want to ever have to worry about money. So right now, I'm not gonna worry about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna allow the money to come to me. I'm gonna work this job, I'm gonna continue to be a light, loving, beautiful being that I am, and bless the people in my workspace, you know what I'm saying? Bless the people that come into the space and ask for whatever, lottery tickets or whatever the hell. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and sell it to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm choosing to be present. I'm choosing to be present, and I'm choosing to work towards things. Like, I'm doing this to also just rebuild my relationship with money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe it's gonna come to me, and like, I'm not gonna have to worry about it. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what, not hoping, that's what I'm believing in, and that's what I'm working towards. So that's what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't ever want to work a job like this again, for real. And I'm trying to find meaning in it, even though it's like, I'm just trying to be appreciative of all things equally. That's just something I'm doing. I think it could help everyone, but it's definitely something I'm doing. That's the place that I'm at. That's the place that I'm able to be at. So that's what I'm doing. And obviously this money is gonna go towards like something that I really care about. But do I think the money that I'm gonna make off this job is gonna be enough to sustain the thing I really care about? Be for real. But I know that the universe is gonna see me working and putting in this energy and this like meaningful energy into this, and like deliberate, like deciding of not just spending my money wherever the hell just because that's what I did last time. But me seeing that I've learned from just deciding to just blow through cash, and like, actually I'm gonna be diligent. I'm gonna place it in this space for this thing specifically, like I said I would, you know, then the universe is gonna bless me with the rest. So whatever. This was a really long video, and I'm really glad if you stuck around, and if you're still here, clearly you are. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for coming and seeing my second video. I hope that you have an amazing day. I hope that you're able to reflect on your year as well, the year that you've had previously, and I hope that this new year is everything you want it to be. So since we are reflecting, I will say, I'm gonna leave you in the comments, I'm still not dropping a poem, not today. Not today. Maybe not next time either. But yeah, you know, if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, go and do that at Shanae Space or at Shanae Bay or at Shanae Bay Photography. If you haven't followed me on TikTok, I know I didn't plug it last time, but I plugged it earlier in this video. Incognito Burrito. Okay. Anything else I need to plug? I don't think so. Not right now. But you know, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Duh. And turn on the post notifications so you can see when I upload another video. Like this video, comment below. What is something that you learned in this past year? That is something that you are not gonna forget. Okay, like what is something you learned from this past year that you're gonna bring with you and keep in the forefront of your mind during 2023 and the rest of your life, hopefully. Let me know what that is. So if you need to reflect, sit down, you know, journal something out, whatever, do that. But let me know what that is in the comments, because I dropped a lot of lessons on y'all today. Have something for me. All right, and like I said last time, if I'm not your favorite YouTuber yet, I promise you I will be. See you.